Yo, what's up, guys? It's TheInsaneGamefreak here. I'm a little out of it. I'm about to record like a huge mess of videos, and it's 3 o'clock in the fucking morning. And I decided to start with Best Wishes, episode 42? Or is it 41? I believe it's 42. Sorry, I need to double check this. I don't want to say something stupid. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, so you're gonna excuse this. And I'm sorry, these are probably gonna be probably the worst edit-ish videos because it's episode 42. And it's a continuation of the Dawn Battle Tournament. And, it starts off from last episode where Dento's fighting Trip. And the fight is essentially his Dwebble versus the famous, the illustrious, the one I've been making fun of for a while. Girder! I can't do it as much because it's 3 o'clock in the morning. I want to wake up my parents. But yeah, he finds the illustrious Girder. And it seems like it was actually a pretty good battle for the most part. I mean, essentially, it seemed to be pretty even until you realize when he actually nails with his, what was it, Rock Smash? Rock Smash or Dynamic Punch, I forget which. It hits I keep calling it Shumai by its Japanese name. It hits Dwebble in the shell and actually cracks the shell. And it's like, oh shit, Dent's actually gonna lose to someone else. But actually, because the thing is, he never fought Dent. Trip never fought Dent. Trip, I believe, fought Chili. I believe is the name of one of his brothers, Chili. And kind of wrecks him. Like almost, and he's like, and wrecked the shit out of Chili. So it was like, oh, well, Dent, you should be an easy challenge. And it's like, it's tasting time, like he always does. And he analyzes the whole thing, And it was actually pretty, the pretty basic stuff. And during this, Burgundy is bitching and freaking out like usual. Like, you need to lose, Dent. I hope you lose. I hope you lose. Like, she's sitting there literally praying for his failure. And he says, judging by his he's like, judging by his tasting, that you're not going to win. He doesn't think that Trip is going to beat him. And what actually happens is that Girder, keeps attacking and ends up missing. And then fucking misses. And he jumps midair. We actually get to see Rock Slide used in a battle where it's not hitting against a rock wall. Apparently, Rock Slide actually does come out of the fucking sky for no reason. And apparently, Dwebble can use Rock Slide now. And actually gets Girder under the Rock Slide and it loses control of its beam. So it has to try to get out of there. And then the Shumai goes into show break and then goes into, I believe, just Slash. And wrecks it. And fucking Dent wins. Dent beats the shit out of Trip. So up until this point, the only person we've seen Dent lose to is Ash. That's weird. And as I'll say it before, I've said it before, but I'll say it again. Dent is nowhere, keeps furthering himself away from Brock. Like, anyone who says he's a Brock clone needs to go eat a dick, because you apparently weren't watching the fucking series. Because he wrecked the shit out of him. And I thought that was pretty cool. And then you kind of have the rest of your stop battles. You have a little random moment with Bianca and Zora, because she has like this random obsession with Zora, and it's fucking stupid. I don't know, she gets on my nerves because that's almost all she does. And for whatever reason, Zora has this weird obsession with turning into Langley, which works to Iris's advantages for making fun of her, and also pisses Langley off because it's like, why the fuck you keep turning into me and tricking Bianca? Now we get to Bianca versus Kenyan. That's who those two are fighting. They're fighting each other, and it's actually a pretty. They don't even try to go through the full battle. The anime only like cuts it down to like a few minutes. It's like maybe 2 attacks. You see Chirumi, Mencino wreck it for a little bit, and then all of a sudden his Zip Strike comes back and just takes her Mencino out. So obviously Bianca lost, and Kenyan is going to the next round, which I don't understand because I'm fine with it, but I'm actually shocked that Kenyan is actually a fucking rival. I don't know why. It's just the fact that in the joke with Kenyan, if anyone hasn't guessed, is that Kenyan's joke is the fact that no one can pronounce his name right. Like, they're saying it wrong. I haven't heard it enough to know how to pronounce it right either. But yeah, well, I haven't heard it enough pronounced the right way for me to remember how to pronounce it the right way. But when he shows up in the anime, I'll get it then. When he shows up in the English dub, I'll get it then. So anyways, that's when they take the break, and you know, that's it for the first round. Tripp leaves almost. He's like Paul. He leaves like immediately after he loses, which is to me kind of retarded. And because Tripp has a really fucked up. Tripp has like Paul's mindset, but has no grounds to back it up on. So it's like, what the fuck are you doing? And just leaves. And Ash once again says, "We need the battle the next time we meet," and you know, whatever. So it's kind of a chilled night. Kind of everything's all relaxed and whatnot. Langley starting fights with Iris. Burgundy starting fights with Dan. You know, your basic shit. Kenyan, you know, making, you know, the obvious rival banter with Ash. And we skip to the next morning. You know, Luke got through his match too. For anyone who wants to know. Well, actually, does Luke... No, Luke doesn't battle this one. He battles the next one. But anyways, he gets through his match, and we get to... I believe the only other thing that's in this match is after Bianca loses, it would be... I'm trying to see. Okay. We go to Ash's next match, which is Ash versus Langley. That's the first match. So, and he uses Snivy versus her Ponade. I don't know how to pronounce this fucking thing. Ponyard. I guess it's a joke there that I don't get because I'm stupid. Maybe because I don't understand what it means, but yeah, it's Ponyard. So anyways, it's Snivy versus Bianca, and this actually was a really beast fight. It was pretty much going back and forth, but you can kind of see Snivy losing, especially when it got to the point where, like, they found out it was a girl by trying to use a track and it not working, and they being like, fuck, and then just started wrecking Snivy, and the episode actually ends on the fucking cliffhanger. It ends on the cliffhanger with Snivy about to get wrecked. And it's like, oh no, is Ash gonna win? Is Ash gonna lose? Oh no! And it's you know, it is a very cliffhanger-ish episode. You know the problem with this episode is? I am aware that I believe the next episode, actually I think, yeah. It's not the next, it's the episode right after this. It's like the next episode and then the episode right after the next, it's like the episode after the next is called Ash versus Iris, which implies that Snivy won. So, you know, if it wasn't for that, I probably would have been a little bit more hyped. But I do know, and from that title, we also know that when Iris is going to fight Kenyan, and she's going to beat Kenyan. And we already know the matchup. The matchup is Emolga versus Salk, which I'm actually looking very forward to, for one, because for everyone who knows, Salk is like my favorite fighting type in Gen 5. And I actually like him a lot. So I'm actually looking forward to seeing him fight in the anime, even though he's obviously not going to win. Which, you know, I feel like they kind of ruined. I think this is why you're supposed to watch it in Japan. This said it came out sub before, you know, shit happened. I probably would have been cool, but it didn't. So fuck me. So essentially, and then I believe this is actually we only got 2 more episodes of it. Emolga versus Salk, I'm just waiting for it to be subbed. And then Ash versus Iris. We only got like 2 more episodes. So next week, as I'm recording it, next week in Japan, the last episode of the tournament will end. And we probably won't get it subbed until the episode after next gets, you know, tripped. And I'm looking at the next 2 anime titles, and apparently it's called Negotiator Meow, Crafty Persuasion Tactics. And then there's another one called Be Cautious of Purloin, Meowth, and Oshawott. Which means they're going to have, for whatever reason, Meowth is like the focus of like 2 episodes. Which I don't know if this is Team Rocket's Meowth or whatever. Which I find weird because Team Rocket in the beginning of the tournament episode last week, the one I reviewed last time, is they're in Ryamon City anywhere. So I'm assuming Iris does catch a Meowth. And it has something they're actually going to have an episode devoted to Scrafty because they haven't done that yet. And this should be like almost the 50th episode. At least that's my assumption. No, it won't. No, it won't. That's a lie because we're on 42 now. So 43, 44, 45. Yeah, this would be like the 45th and 46th episodes. But I'm kind of rambling at this point. The episode was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the hell out of that fight. I'm kind of looking forward to see how Snivy wrecks the shit out. I'm actually glad he's using Snivy since We haven't seen Snivy in a battle. Well, no, we've seen Snivy in a battle. No, we haven't. When is the last time we've seen Snivy? Apparently, we haven't seen Snivy in a battle too fucking long. If it's taking me a minute to remember it, so obviously it's been too fucking long. I'm looking actually at right now. Yeah, it's been too fucking long. It's bullshit. I also know that Dent's apparently gonna use Stunkfish later. Oh yeah, and we still have to see Luke. Luke and them need to fight. So I guess maybe the final match will be between Ash and Iris, but that doesn't make sense because that means there's still two other. Oh, there's still two other people they need to fight. So I guess they're gonna skip through like two other fights, like the Luke and Dent fights, and then I guess those guys will fight Ash and Iris, and they'll probably lose, and then it'll just be Ash versus Iris. That's my assumption, but you know, I need to watch the episodes. So anyways, I've been rambling along. I still have a few more videos I need to fucking record. I'm sorry about the home and region reviews. I've been kind of busy trying to figure out this gaming thing and everything, and so I can start posting gaming videos and shit. So I will get that shit. I will get the other shit out to you as quick as I possibly can. But until then, life's a game, play to win. Gotta catch them all. Tell me what you thought about this episode, and I'll catch you guys later. So, peace.